Okay, this whole thing has gone far enough. Sir, I've just picked up my clean uniforms from the service chute, and when I put this one on, I discovered this.
Hey everybody, Kowalski here, checking in with another one of our hashtag Star Trek discussions videos. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about a new Star Trek animated show that was announced just yesterday that will be running on the Nickelodeon channel. This show is apparently CG animated and will follow a group of lawless teens who discover a derelict Starfleet ship and use it to search for adventure, meaning, and salvation. Now, this show is going to be brought to us by Kevin and Dan Hageman. These guys were also involved heavily with the Lego movie as writers and the Lego Ninjago movie, and also with Troll Hunters. So these guys have some good writing chops under their belt, so it's definitely boding very well for the pre-production of the show that we're going to be getting something rather well done. As of right now, this show does not have a working title. Also, Kurtzman was quoted in saying, "Star Trek's mission is to inspire generations of streamers and to build a brighter future. Dan and Kevin have crafted a story for this show that honors exploratory spirit in a way that's never been done before, while Nickelodeon team blew us away with their excitement at bringing Trek to a younger generation around the world." Now, my assumption here also is that Star Trek is looking for some kind of comparative series that's going to be able to go head-to-head with shows like Star Wars The Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels when it was out, you know, things of that nature, because Star Wars has had several really good animated shows that had appeared to both a younger audience, and then as that audience got older, it appeared to them as well. So it's definitely something that Star Trek has lacked in the past, and I think that they're looking to get into the foray of this particular, I guess, audience viewership. Now, it's also important to note that this is not the same show that was announced a few months ago, which was Star Trek Lower Decks, written by Mike McMahon from Rick and Morty. That one's going to be still an adult humor animated show, most likely with a similar animation style of Rick and Morty, while this one's going to be geared more towards teens and kids, and will be on the Nickelodeon show that has the more fun CG animation style, which, again, the animation style itself is also very comparable to that of Star Wars The Clone Wars, so it's even more likely in my mind that they're trying to go head-to-head with that show, which I don't think that they're trying to necessarily battle it out, but they're trying to say, well, we have that too, you guys have this, and we have that too. So I think that's what they're trying to do here. It's also important to note that from the brief description that we got, it does seem as though that this show is not going to be focused on a crew that deals with Starfleet or that is in Starfleet and that has anything to really to do with Starfleet. They just happen to find a Starfleet ship and then they go off on an adventure. We'll wait to see exactly what the story is going to be about as we get closer to the show being produced and things of that nature. That may shift, but if they actually do stick with that, this would be kind of a groundbreaking approach towards storytelling within the Star Trek universe, which is essentially trying to expand the lore out and trying to give people the opportunity to look at this universe, not from the viewpoint of just people serving within Starfleet or within the Federation. So it'll be quite interesting to see how that plays out as well. Anyways, guys and gals, that's not really that much information to pass along. I just wanted to go ahead and get the conversation started about the animated show. I think it's quite exciting that we're getting so much more Star Trek. In case you guys aren't really tracking everything going on, as of right now, we've got Star Trek Discovery Season 3. We have more short treks apparently coming down the pipe at some point. We have the Untitled show featuring Patrick Stewart, which everyone assumes is going to be called Star Trek Destiny, but what do I know? Then we also have the Lower Deck show. We have this show now, and also the Section 31 show that's still in development, at least as of this point right now. So there is a massive amount of Star Trek content coming our way in the next coming years. It is interesting, and I'm curious to see if any of these things don't make it off the cutting room floor, if some of these things are just merely ideas that they're just talking about, and maybe they kind of fold them away, like I've referenced before. I think that maybe they're going to fold away the 31 show into something more Pike-centric, if they can get Anson Mount to come back and sign a contract and pay him enough money to do that. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see these next couple of years, how they unfold and really just shape the Trek universe as a whole into something probably like we haven't seen before. So anyways, guys and gals, that wraps up my video today. I'm curious to hear what all of you guys think of this. Do you think that this show is going to be something that they're going to use to try to go up against the Star Wars The Clone Wars? Do you think it's going to be its own thing? What do you think that the show is going to be kind of about and really what its purpose is? So I'm curious to hear what all of you guys and gals think about this. And feel free to go ahead and get those comments written up down below so we can get this conversation started. Anyways, guys, I will see all of you next time. Live long and prosper, my Trekkies!